Uh-huh. All right. Uh-huh. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. What a title, huh? What a title. Somebody's going to roll in at some point and they're going to say it. Hello. Hi, how are you? You came back with a purpose. I came back for a reason. I came back because Crazy Grandpa wants Golden Dome. And of course he does. Of course Crazy Grandpa wants Golden Dome. Look at him. I didn't do this, bro. I didn't do this. Why does he look like that? Crazy Grandpa wants Golden Dome? What are we doing? Chat! Why? What is going on? We are in the worst timeline. What the fuck is this? No, deadass, she looks like a Fallout ghoul. He looks like a ghoul. And frankly, I want Golden Dome and I want it now. Oh my god. Dude. That's insane. That's fucking crazy. And frankly, I can't see my eyes. Luigi, you gotta get a look at this motherfucker. You gotta get a look at this motherfucker. Hold on, Luigi. Get a look at this motherfucker, dude. I know. That's crazy. That's crazy. Get out of here, girl. Good girl. What the fuck, dude? Hi, Luigi. A quick Luigi break. Hi, Luigi. A quick Beans break. Hi, Beans. That's crazy, bro. No, that's the most whack-ass shit I did ever see. Hi, girly pop. Hi, mama. All right, let's watch this shit, dogs. Hi. What, do you want to come up? What do you want to play? Yeah. What do you want to play with? What do you want to play with? What do you want? You want this? You want this? You can have it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, chat. So, huh? I guess let's just do I record it just in case? I'm going to record it. Crazy Grandpa wants Golden Dome. Look at him. He looks like a Fallout ghoul. I didn't do this. This is Fox News. Trump announces Golden Dome missile shield. Crazy Grandpa wants Golden Dome. Holy fuck. All right, listen. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Valenti VOD. I'm your perfect and humble leader, Chris Valenti. And I saw this. I didn't watch this yet. All right, we're going to watch this together. I saw this pop up, and I was like, I got to record something. I got to go live. So I am live. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Do all the shit you got to do to make me good. Let's watch Crazy Grandpa announce that he wants some Golden Dome. No, what the fuck?
Thank you very much, and thank you for being here in the Oval Office.
You're welcome.
Great places of the world. as we make a historic announcement about the Golden Dome Missile Defense Shield.
Hold on. We got to do a Frankly counter. By the way, this is why you got to put on that notification bell so that you know when I go live, okay? Chat, keep a Frankly counter going, okay? My guess, because it's a 22-minute video, and knowing Trump's Frankly math, I'm guessing 6, okay? 6. Let me know in the comments down below if I ended up getting it right. Also, let me know in the comments down below right now what you think it's going to be and then what it ends up being. All right? All right? Frankly counter. Valenti videos.
Something we want, and Ronald Reagan wanted it many years ago, but they didn't have the technology. But
is he talking about Project Star Wars? He is. He totally is. Ronald Reagan, Project Star Wars. Look it up.
It's something we're going to have. We're going to have it at the highest level. I want to thank Secretary Hegseth, who's been fantastic, and Secretary...
Hegseth! Everybody take a shot for Hegseth! Of water. Take a shot of water. Of water. Take a shot of water. Hydrate. But you know, Hegseth, the alcoholic. Hell yeah, that's my boy. Is that a Frankly? Wait, did we get a Frankly? Wait. I totally missed it. I was too focused on Hegseth.
Ronald Reagan wanted it many years ago, but they didn't have the technology. But it's something we're going to have. We're going to have it at the highest level. I want to thank Secretary Hegseth, who's been fantastic, and Secretary Rubio and Space Force Vice Chief of Space Operations, General Mike Gutlein. I also want to recognize Senators Dan Sullivan, Kevin Cramer, and Jim Banks, fantastic senators, great talents, great political talents, and people that love our country. In the campaign, I promised the American people that I would build a cutting-edge missile defense shield to protect our homeland from the threat of foreign missile attack.
Yeah.
And that's
foreign missile attack. Yeah. From fucking Mexico and Canada. Yeah, because Mexico's going to start launching fucking, what are they called? Cruise missiles over the fucking southern border. Or the Maple Mafia is going to start launching fucking maple grenades. It's going to be the Battle of the North. We're going to deploy Michigan like the fucking, like fucking Winterfell. We're going to build an ice wall. We're building an ice wall on the northern border. And we're turning Michigan into Winterfell. Frankly, they'll love it. They would. Anyway.
What we're doing today, I'm pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space, including space-based sensors and interceptors. And Canada has called us, and they want to be a part of it. So we'll be talking
Canada
to
called
them.
me. The whole fucking nation.
They want to have protection also. So as usual, we help Canada do the best we can. This design for the Golden Dome will integrate with our existing defense capabilities and should be fully operational before the end of my term. So we'll have it done in about 3 years. Once fully constructed, the Golden Dome will be capable of intercepting missiles even if they are launched from other sides of the world and even if they are launched from space.
Oh.
And we will have the best system ever built. As you know, we helped Israel with theirs. And
it will cost a mere $40 fucking quadrillion, and frankly, we're gonna get Putin to pay for it.
It was very successful, and now we have technology that's even far advanced from that, but including hypersonic missiles, ballistic missiles, and advanced cruise missiles. All of them will be knocked out of the air. We will truly be completing the job that President Reagan started 40 years ago, forever ending the missile threat.
We will be completing Project Star Wars, and frankly, we're using IVF to make Darth fucking Vader.
American homeland, and the success rate is very close to 100%, which is incredible when you think of it. You're shooting bullets out of the air.
Bro, I just need to pause to say one thing. We have a housing crisis, okay? We've got fucking hundreds of thousands of homeless people, many of which are veterans. Nobody can afford health care. Grocery prices are skyrocketing. The market is crashing. And my brother came out and goes, "We're building a fucking Golden Dome Brother, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you doing? Holy shit! This comes after you announce $1 trillion increase to the military budget? Holy fucking shit. MAGA's gonna cheer. There's gonna be so many AI videos. There's gonna be so many AI videos, and it's all gonna be fucking Star Wars. I'm gonna tweak my shit.
I'm also pleased to report that the one big beautiful bill will include $25 billion for the Golden Dome to help construction get underway. That's the initial sort of...
That's the tax bill! That's the tax bill! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Positive. And we have probably, you're talking about, General, we're talking about $175 billion total
Holy
cost
fuck.
of this when it's completed.
Holy fuck.
This
Holy
afternoon,
fuck!
I'm also announcing that I will appoint, very importantly, General Gutlein to lead the ambitious new effort as the direct reporting program manager for the Golden Dome. Very talented man, and I'm very honored to have been the one that helped or really created Space Force. Space Force has turned out to be a tremendous success.
Oh
we
my
were
God,
third in space, and
Space
now we're
Force.
number one in space by a lot. It's not even close.
Space
And Mike
Force! I'm doing my part! Oh my god!
Four-star
Tell me if
Space
my mic is
Force
tweaking.
General, the recipient of the Defense Distinguished Service Medal, one of the most respected people in the world having to do with defense. You know, we have offense and we have defense. I'll bet he's good at offense too. And he has an unmatched background in missile warning technology and defense procurement. General Gutlein also knows that we need to move fast. No one is more qualified for his job, and everybody, this was a universal acceptance of General Gutlein.
Quick pause. Homie looks like shit. Brother, this guy looks terrible. I would love to see what he looks like without the makeup and without the wig. Holy shit. Just for a second, picture it. I need somebody to do an AI. I need to see it. I don't want an AI. I want a human being to do it. What am I saying? But imagine it without the makeup and without this fucking toupee. Brother, look, he would look crazy.
Everybody that knows him and knows everybody else, they said there's only one man for the job, so I have a feeling we have the right guy. But now I'd like to invite Secretary Hegseth and the General to please say a few words and describe the system a little bit. And we appreciate you being here. The press has really been very fair over the last period of a couple of months. I don't know what happened to you. It was so much more exciting the other way. But you've been very, very fair. We have very high poll numbers, the highest we've ever had. And I think we're doing a great job. We had a tremendous trip to the Middle East, as you know. It was a really amazing trip.
Golden
And
Dome.
now I came home, and this is the one I was really looking forward to this day, because this is very important for the success and even survival of our country. It's a pretty evil world out there, so this is something that goes a long way toward the survival of this great country. And as I said,
Again, I just want to say, who the fuck is launching missiles at the United States, and why are you implying that we don't already have this tech? I want you to be so fucking for real right now. Do you think we don't have anti-missile defense systems? Brother, what the fuck are you thinking? Let's just play a game. Let's pretend that we don't have those, right? Right? That we didn't have those. You just told the entire planet that we don't have it? Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Bro. And now, let's go back to reality. You're claiming that the United States of America doesn't have anti-missile defense systems? I beg to differ.
Discussing Canada, they want to hook in and they want to see if they can be a part of it. That sort of makes sense. I guess that's what I was talking about from day one. You know, it just automatically makes sense, and it won't be very difficult to do, but they'll pay their fair share. Thank you very much, everybody. And Pete, go ahead.
Sure. Well, Mr. President, add this to the long and growing list of promises made.
Holy shit. This is like the stupidest. This is the dude, this probably hits so fucking hard if you're dumb as shit. Bro, if you're dumb as shit, this is probably nuts. I need you to genuinely think about this, bro. This is the boys level shit. Like, if you're fucking out of your gourd, this is like, oh my god, brother, we're about to have a fucking literal dead-ass golden shield. Oh my god, oh my god.
And promises kept. Ultimately, this right here, the Golden Dome for America, is game changer. It's a generational investment in the security.
Fox News host, by the way. Fox News host, by the way. I think I'm fucking losing my mind.
Of America and Americans. Mr. President, you said we're going to secure our southern border and get 100% operational control after the previous administration allowed an invasion of people into
an invasion. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, this guy definitely told Trump to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807 on April 20th, 2025. When he had to give him that fucking order, when he and Kristi Noem had to give him a joint report, he definitely said it was an invasion. Oh shit.
Our country. President Reagan 40 years ago cast the vision for it. The technology wasn't there. Now it is, and you're following through to say we will protect the...
President Reagan's Project Star Wars was a farce. Hi, how are you? Valenti Vidas. See, no, but you don't understand. When President Ronald fucking Reagan created Project Star Wars and Rods from God and all of these biblically expensive fucking things that we were sending out to space, right? It had nothing to do with creating it and everything to do with the arms race, the space race, right? Reason being was every time the United States created something, the Soviet Union tried to create their own. Problem is, we could afford it, they fucking couldn't. And this is how we crippled their economy. We came up with these stupid, ludicrous ideas that we were never going to move forward with, and we never did. And the Soviets drained their economy until they were so fucking bankrupt that they couldn't even make their way out of Chernobyl. Grease my ass.
The homeland from cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles.
Yeah, bro, because cruise missiles are coming in from the fucking Pacific Islands. What the fuck is this? And what is this? Is this Cuba? This isn't the Cold War. Is that, what is that? Wait, first of all, is that Hawaii? Is that what that is? Is that Hawaii? That's Hawaii. And then there's one coming from fucking Canada. Oh my God.
Drones, whether they're conventional or nuclear. It's not lost on me, sir, also that you had the vision to start the Space Force, and here we are when the others said we didn't need it, here we are in the Oval Office with one of the leaders of the Space Force in General Gutlein leading the charge on putting in place a game-changing Golden Dome for America. So, sir, it's an honor to be a part of this bold initiative. We're going to get to work on it. We have been since you signed that executive order on January 27th. We've been fast forward on this.
Not Hawaii, not Cuba, don't forget. I'm white. I studied history, not geography.
On this day, and this is just one stop in delivering this defense of the homeland, which is something you've charged us with doing, and we'll keep going until it is complete, sir.
Thank you, Pete. Pete's doing a great job, by the way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know he is. I've been in the Signal chat for fucking months, dog. Like, we all know Pete is doing a great job, brother. We've seen the messages.
President, today is a great day for the nation as we double down on protection of the homeland. As you're aware, our adversaries have become very capable and very intent on holding the homeland at risk. While we have been focused on keeping the peace.
This is a very dangerous world. We're going to protect our citizens like never before.
President Donald J. Trump.
What the fuck is this even supposed to be?
Overseas, our adversaries have been quickly
Brother, my homie loves charts. Donnie loves charts.
modernizing their nuclear forces, building out ballistic missiles capable of hosting multiple warheads, building out hypersonic missiles capable of attacking the United States within an hour and traveling at 6,000 miles an hour, building cruise missiles that can navigate around our radar and our defenses, and building submarines that can sneak up on our shores, and worse yet, building space weapons. It is time that we change that equation and start doubling down on the protection of the homeland. Golden Dome is a bold and aggressive approach to hurry up and protect the homeland from our adversaries.
Bro, zip it up when you're done.
We owe it to our children and our children's children to protect them and afford them a quality of
Look at
life
the eye contact.
that we
Eye
have all
contact is
grown up
really
enjoying.
important.
Golden Dome will afford that. I greatly
I
appreciate.
think the eye contact is really actually important to think about. This is supposed to be like a message to the American people. And look at how he's just locked in. Locked in.
Appreciate your trust in me and your nomination in me and your trust in the team to deliver this. It is a great day for America.
And also, very importantly, it's we're the only ones that have this. We call it super technology. Nobody else has it.
We've got super technology. Nobody else has it. Fuck you.
And nobody else has really near what we have. So this is a very exciting project. This is something that will, I mean, the general said close to 100% protection. So that's something we need. I think it's a very, and everything's going to be made in the USA, by the way, very importantly. So it's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. And I just noticed you two, Jim, you're standing there. Behind you is a very important document, Declaration of Independence. And that was in the vault for many decades under...
And then Nicolas Cage came and he took it. And I got it back. Me. I got the Declaration of Independence back from Nick Cage.
Right under this area, they have vaults with pictures on top. You have Abraham
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Lincoln. You see, that was the original Abraham Lincoln.
Yo. Somebody better fucking steal the Declaration of Independence now that Trump took it out of the vault. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. In Minecraft, this is a joke. Oh my god. Somebody called Nick Cage.
Lincoln, the original Washington. And does everybody know who the middle was? General Grant. And so it's very exciting. You look over here, and above Ronald Reagan, you have Thomas Jefferson. That's Monroe from the Monroe Doctrine.
Wait. What the fuck was that?
Thomas Jefferson. That's Monroe from the Monroe document.
Aw. Grandpa, did you forget about the Monroe Doctrine? One of the most important documents in American history? Did you forget when we said, hey, by the way, everything on the Western Hemisphere belongs to us. We're taking all of Latin America. Oh, maybe you forgot, Grandpa, but that's okay. It's not like you're the President of the United States. Thank you for the $5 donation, Leandre. Next, he's going to want nukes in space. Also, keep pushing for progress, V. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
And you know who that is, right? Andrew Jackson. So we have a lot of very exciting pictures, and on the other side, likewise, some great.
Turn the
great
camera around.
presidents,
Show
some
them.
great people on the many of these, because people were asking about them. Many of them, almost all of them, were in the vaults or nearby, but generally in the vaults downstairs.
Downstairs.
We have some great. So it's
real quick. The what? Why are you... The vault's downstairs, Grandpa? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Listen, of course there's vaults down there. Of course there's bunkers and shit and tunnels and shit. But why are we talking about the vaults right now? I feel like this is not something you're supposed to be discussing. Right? I genuinely don't think he's supposed to ever talk about what's in the vaults, because now you can kind of insinuate what else is in the vaults. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, you got the Holy Grail in there, dude? You got the Spear of Longinus in there? Longinus? Longinus? Look it up.
Very exciting. The place has become a little different than you first saw it, Jim, right?
Yes, much
It's a
better.
little bit different. It's slightly better. But to think we had them, and some were in the vaults for over 100 years. So it's pretty...
Ace of Spades is not MAGA, you fools. Ace of Spades is a regular. Get your fucking stupid mindset, you goobers.
cool stuff. Everybody knows Jim Banks. He's a great congressman, and now he's a great senator from Indiana. And you might want to say a few words, Jim.
Well, your legacy with Space Force, Mr. President, is already big, but the Golden Dome is going to be an even bigger legacy for our country. And Indiana is going to help you make it.
Right.
The space satellites that are made in Fort Wayne, Indiana by L3 Harris, all the work done at Crane Navy Base in southern Indiana is going to be a big part of it. And Hoosiers are very proud of that. We're proud of you. Thank you very much.
It'll be a big
so
factor.
proud of
Thank
you,
and
Donnie.
good
We're
luck. And
so proud of you.
Congratulations, you won that race by a lot. That
Thanks to you.
that wasn't even a contest, right?
Well, thank you. Thanks to you and all of your support.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Please go ahead. You missed that. This is Senator Kramer, and he's one of our best. Can't get any better. Go ahead.
Well, you're very nice, Mr. President, and thanks for this. And I remember the day in your first term when you called, and I was a brand new baby freshman senator on the Armed Services Committee, and you said, I want to have a Space Force. Would you lead the effort on the Senate Armed Services Committee? And I felt so proud thinking that you chose me, only to find out later no one else would do it. But nonetheless, it worked out really, really, really well because
I love you, mein Fuhrer. That's what these fucking people are saying. This is so ridiculous. They're just stroking his shaft, dog.
Because North Dakota has some great space assets,
Yeah.
and that contribute to that and to Golden Dome. No surprise that you would be the president that would come along and put the homeland first. And this is just one more example of that. So thanks for this and for allowing me this afternoon. By the way, let me just add my strong endorsement of General Goodline's role in leading this. I don't know anybody better, for sure, better equipped to do it than he is.
Everybody said that.
Yeah,
That's
for
great.
sure.
Dan Sullivan, Alaska, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you for your continued leadership on missile defense. We were talking earlier how in 2019 at the Pentagon, you laid out a speech about the Missile Defense Review that had all these principles on missile defense you articulated then during your first term.
Now it's this guy's turn in the fucking circle jerk. This is so fucking weird, bro. This is giving like North Korea, Soviet Russia type shit. Right? Like, right? It's giving like every single one of them is very afraid of his reaction. So they're just stroking his ego.
And now the Golden Dome is all of that. So you're continuing to lead. We really appreciate it. You know, the Congress is stepping up, as you mentioned right now in the budget reconciliation bill, $25 billion for the Golden Dome. In what Senator Kramer and Senator Banks and I and many others, we're working on our, I briefed you on this before, sir, on our Golden Dome Act, which we think will have, in terms of legislation that can help cement what you're doing right here, getting the Congress behind it, not just with the funding, but with authorizations. So we're working closely with Secretary Hegseth, General Gutlein, and the whole team. So we're very honored to be here, sir. And you know, Alaska is the cornerstone of missile defense right now in terms of ground-based missile interceptors, in terms of radar systems and track incoming missiles. So my state is honored to continue to play a critical role in all of this and build on it. And we're really excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dan. Great. Any questions?
Yeah, Mr. President, you had mentioned at the beginning of your remarks.
Wait, yo, bro, are we all gonna get Golden Dome? Is this like a promise? Golden Dome for all America. Golden Dome. Everybody's getting a little bit of that Golden Dome. And frankly, we're handing out Golden Dome.
That this was a campaign promise of yours. Have military commanders asked for this system specifically? Because NORAD had said previously that the current system was...
Ooh, no. I came up with it while I was pooping.
...adequate. So what does this get the United States
Somebody
that
said the
isn't
current
already
system is
in
adequate.
before?
There really is no current system. We have certain areas of missiles and certain missile defense, but there's no system. We just have...
There's no system? What the fuck are you talking about? There's no system. What are you talking about? Oh my God.
Some very capable weapons that hopefully we never have to use, but we have some very capable weapons. Now, this is a different league. There's never been anything like this. This is something that's going to be very protective. I think you can rest assured there'll be nothing
Why
like
would
this.
he announce
Nobody else
that?
is capable
He's
of building
announcing it
either.
because he wants fucking, so he just wants to be loved. He's so desperate for attention. He's so fucking desperate. It's pathetic.
Was
Yeah,
it something
please
that
go ahead.
military commanders asked you for? Did they ask you to do this?
Well, let me put it differently. I suggested it, and they all said, "We love the idea, sir."
Yeah, because they're horrified of you. Because fascism is reliant on the feeling of fear, on an entire climate of fear. Why do you think, like, none of these people, like Kristi Noem or RFK or Pete Hegseth, why do you think any of these people will never answer a direct question while they're under oath? It's because they're afraid of his reaction if they tell the truth. They're afraid that he's going to fire them. He's going to lash out. He's going to publicly shame them on Twitter. He's going to fucking flog them. That's what he does.
It's the way it's got to be, right? But they want it, and they wanted it badly once it was suggested. I don't know if they ever thought they would be lucky enough to have it, but we were able to get it done. And we have all the funding, so pretty much tucked away. I think most people feel it's very important to have. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. When you first announced this idea, critics said it would be prohibitively expensive, potentially ineffective, and could trigger an arms race in space. What do you say to those critics about that?
Well, they're wrong. It's about as close to perfect as you
Well, they're wrong. Oh, thank you, Mr. President. I didn't think about that.
can have in terms of real production. I told you Canada wants to be a part of it, which be, fairly small expansion. But we'll...
Dude, he just threw a fucking backhand at Canada. Canada wants to be a part of it, but that'll be a small expansion. What the fuck was that for?
With them on pricing. We'll be dealing with them on pricing. They know about it very much. They've asked to be a part of it, actually. They've asked us to be a part of it. I think it's something that is great. If you can afford to do it, we can afford to do it. We took in $5.1 trillion.
To do it? You're the motherfucker who's been bitching and moaning about all the waste, fraud, and abuse, using Doge to track down all this fucking money. Turns out the money you want is my Social Security check, and not mine. I don't fucking gather it. The one I get when I'm 65. You're gonna fucking take that shit from me. You're taking away Medicaid and Medicare and SNAP and food. What the fuck is up, Kyle? What the fuck is up?
In the last 4 days in the Middle East. And when you think about it, this is a tiny fraction of that. But we make it all here. We're going to make it all here. We have, I will tell you, an adversary told me, a very big adversary told me the most brilliant people in the world are Silicon Valley. He said, we cannot duplicate him. We can't. This was somebody that I won't tell you who it is, but you'd be amazed.
Yeah, keep on stroking the oligarchs. They're gonna fucking love this one. They're gonna play this one on a ceiling projector at the next fucking Diddy party.
We have the most brilliant minds in the world doing this kind of thing, the equipment, the space, the computers, everything. But I said that we just can't duplicate what you have there in Silicon Valley. We never have been able to. And there's a very strong group of people and very strong minds, but they can't. So we have things that nobody else can have. You see what we've done helping Israel with that. You probably wouldn't have in Israel. They launched probably 500 missiles altogether, and I think 1/2 of a missile got through, and that was only falling to the ground as scrap metal. It's pretty amazing, and this is in terms of technology, far advanced from that system.
And just one follow-up on the adversaries. Have you addressed Russia's ventures in space with a space-based nuclear weapon and told Putin to stop in your conversations with him?
We haven't discussed it, but at the right time.
What? Did anyone else know that in chat? What?
Ventures in space with a space-based nuclear weapon.
Technology far advanced from that system.
And just one follow-up on the adversaries. Have you addressed Russia's ventures in space with a space-based nuclear weapon and told Putin to stop in your conversations with him?
What the fuck? What the fuck? That is got, who the fuck asked that? That's got to be the bravest reporter I've ever seen. I'm dead ass. I've never heard of this. And there's no shot Donnie Boy was going to bring that up. There's no fucking shot Donnie Boy was going to bring that up. So, okay, hold on. Breaking news. We're not only in a space race with the Russians, we're losing? Okay, build it! I'm kidding. Holy shit on fuck.
That system.
And just one follow-up on the adversaries. Have you addressed Russia's ventures in space with a space-based nuclear weapon and told Putin to stop in your conversations with him?
We haven't discussed it, but at the right time we will, yeah.
Mr. President, with the goal of keeping Americans, with the goal of
How the fuck are you gonna just move past that?
keeping Americans safe with this, can you talk about the timeline? How long will this take to complete?
We think it's going to be about a little bit less than 3 years, and we'll have a big phase-in very early. You know, we're starting immediately with $25 billion. It'll cost about $175 billion completed, but we think in 2.5 to 3 years. Yeah.
Are you confident that you can get the funding needed from Congress quickly?
It's amazing how easy this one is to fund. You know, some funding is tough and some is easy. When we say we're going to save everyone's lives in a crazy world, it seems to be very easy to get. Yeah, we've already spoken to everybody that we have to speak to. Everybody's in, I would say, Dan, everybody's in line here. Right?
Yes, sir. $25 billion is a down payment in the budget reconciliation bill right now.
Yeah, so I think
Mr. President, on Russia,
people actually love it.
Mr. President, on Russia, are you worried about the reports on a military buildup along the borders towards Finland and Norway?
No, I don't worry about that at all.
You don't worry about the fact that the Russian military is getting lined up on the borders of Finland and Norway? Oh, I don't worry about that. I feel like I'm going to pass out. Brother, that's World War III. You're telling me in 60 seconds I have to consume. Don't worry, Chad, I'm with you. I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna hold you by the nuts. You're telling me that in 60 seconds I have to learn that the Russians have been flying nukes around space, and that you don't give a fuck that their military's lining up on the borders of Finland and Norway. Hold on. I know what we need. I know exactly what we need. Oh, dear God. Let's let Grandpa finish his speech about getting some Golden Dome.
Yeah, very safe. Those are two countries that are going to be very safe.
And the secondly, sir, if I may, Volodymyr Zelensky is saying today that he's hoping for you to impose new sanctions on Russia. Are you considering that?
Well, that's going to be my determination. That's going to be nobody else's determination. We'll see how Russia...
Brother, you put sanctions on Russia to try and stop them from moving forward in Ukraine, and it didn't work. When your sanctions don't do anything because Russia is working with India and China and Iran. Like, what the fuck do you think your sanctions mean when you're working with India? They got like fucking 45% of the world's population. We got like what? 5%? You a fucking idiot? Oh my God.
Behaves, we see what's going to happen. You know, we have a pretty critical time right now. I had a talk yesterday for 2.5 hours with President Putin, as you know. I also spoke to all of the European, or to many of them, leaders. But
sorry about the sound. I fixed it. Let me go back a little bit. Thank you for telling me.
This determination. We'll see how Russia behaves. We see what's going to happen. You know, we have a pretty critical.
Right here.
Volodymyr Zelensky is saying today that he's hoping for you to impose new sanctions on Russia. Are you considering that?
Well, that's going to be my determination. That's going to be nobody else's determination. We'll see how Russia behaves. We see what's going to happen. You know, we have a pretty critical time right now. I had a talk yesterday for 2.5 hours with President Putin, as you know. I also spoke to all of the European, or to many of them, leaders, but they were representing the whole. And I think we had very good conversations yesterday. Please.
Thanks, Mr. President. What companies have asked to be involved in building this system, and have you decided on who will be building it?
Yeah, I think I'll let you answer that. You can mention some of yours from Alaska's involved, and Alaska's a big part of it because locationally they're sort of perfect. I think that's your first line of defense in certain instances, and Kevin will tell you that his state's involved. But honestly, Georgia's going to be very big. Florida's going to be very big. They're all going to be very big. Jim, do you want to talk about Indiana?
Yeah, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I live, we make all the space satellites at L3 Harris. Across the board, we're the top manufacturing state in the country. By the way, the tariffs have been very good for auto manufacturing in Indiana.
So good.
But this is going to be really good for the defense industry in my state. And there's so much money involved here. There are going to be a lot of American companies involved in making the Golden Dome
You
possible.
might also say, you're talking about the tariffs, he has some of the biggest auto plants in the world moving into Indiana, only for one reason, maybe two reasons, November 5th and the tariffs, okay?
Yes, sir.
But the tariffs have driven tremendous business into this country, but you have one of the biggest in the world being built.
The Honda Civics,
Right.
the new Honda Civic made in Indiana. GM has added jobs. Eli Lilly moving pharmaceutical manufacturing from China to the United States, $27 billion. You go on and on with good companies involved in making the Golden Dome possible. For auto manufacturing in Indiana.
So good. Big. They're all going to be very big. Jim, do you want to talk about Indiana?
Yeah, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I live, we make all the space satellites at L3 Harris. Across the board, we're the top manufacturing state in the country. By the way, the tariffs have been very good for auto manufacturing in Indiana.
So good.
But this is going to be really good for the defense industry in my state. And there's so much money involved here. There are going to be a lot of American companies involved in making the Golden Dome
You
possible.
might also say, you're talking about the tariffs, he has some of the biggest auto plants in the world.
Okay, so we're literally just going back to like the early military-industrial complex, like World War II style. You're just gonna, or like Cold War style. You just want to do like a fucking space race so that we can you just want war, dude. Oh my God.
Moving into Indiana, only for one reason, maybe two reasons, November 5th and the tariffs, okay?
Yes, sir.
But the tariffs have driven tremendous business into this country, but you have one of the biggest in the world being
The
built.
Honda Civics,
Right.
the new Honda Civic made in Indiana. GM has added jobs. Eli Lilly moving pharmaceutical manufacturing from China to the United States, $27 billion. You go on and on with good news in Indiana and across the country because of the tariffs.
Our country was cold as ice a year ago,
Huh?
and now we have the hottest country in the world. This is the hottest country in the world, nobody even close. If you look at even this last trip that I made, the respect that is paid to our country. We've went from being laughed at all over the world, and now we're the hottest country in the world by far. Dan, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. I think when you look at the system that you've laid out, it's an idea in your executive order of a layered defense. So you have initial ground-based missile interceptors, which are made by some of the big defense companies.
Oh my God, dude. All right, first of all, this is exactly what Israel's Iron Dome is. Don't forget, that's like one of like 7 defense systems. They also have like David's Sling and it's all like weird, like biblical fucking names. But what they're about to say is that every company is going to get their grubby little paws in boosting up the defense manufacturing industry, because they're going to, we're going to have multiple layers. Each company's going to get their own layer, and whoever donates the most is going to get the best layer.
Lockheed, Martin, Raytheon, but the beauty of your vision, Mr. President, is that it's layered, it's open architecture, and it goes up into space. So this is going to be some of the new defense tech companies that are very interested in it and
Wait,
can
it's
bring
open architecture? Wait, you're talking about a physical dome? Oh my God, are they talking about a physical dome? Wait a second. Because the Iron Dome is not a physical dome, guys. The Iron Dome is, it's a joke. Like, it's a defense system. It's not real. It's not like there's an actual Iron Dome.
But the beauty of your vision, Mr. President, is that it's layered, it's open architecture.
It's open architecture? Brother, that means architecture. That means physical. That means tangible. Holy shit. I don't think he's kidding. I think he wants a fucking golden dome around America. Holy shit. Jack, you've missed the craziest shit I've ever heard.
And it goes up into space. So this is going to be some of the new defense tech companies that are very interested in it and can bring missile defense at a cost that I don't think, you said it, Mr. President, is unimaginable in terms of how much lower the cost is. So it's all across the board in terms of companies. Senator Kramer and I just met with a bunch from last week.
What am I looking at? If you're tuning in here, Trump just announced this like new golden dome for America, and every military industrial complex company, Lockheed, Raytheon, they're all going to get their own lair, and they're going to get to create this open architecture dome, and it's going to cost like $200 billion, and it's the craziest shit. And you also missed that he said that he didn't say it. A reporter said the Russians have a nuke flying around space, and he said, I don't want to talk about that. And then he was asked about the Russian military lining up on the borders of Finland and Norway, and he said he doesn't care about that. And he said that we're gonna do this new space race. Yeah.
That are interested in this, and you said it earlier, Mr. President, our technology sector is head and shoulders above any other place in the world, and they're going to be a key part of this, and I think that's why it makes it so exciting.
Mr. President, I think one of the things that's, and you alluded to this, the new autonomous space age defense ecosystem is more about Silicon Valley than it is about big metal.
Of course, it's all about Silicon Valley. These guys are actually fucking neo-reactionaries. These people are tech feudalists. I'm not kidding. It all goes back to Silicon Valley. All they want, the tech bros, the troll oligarchs, right? The ones in Silicon Valley like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, all these fucking people, they genuinely think that they are like the chosen ones. That's what they think. They think they're the chosen ones, and that you and I are all fucking NPCs, okay? And because of that, these golden boys should be able to just run the world, and that democracy shouldn't exist. That is literally what the fuck these people believe. And it's not a joke! Curtis Yarvin! Look him up. Look it up, The Dark Enlightenment. It's so fucking stupid, that goddamn name. Curtis Yarvin, J.D. Vance, fucking Mencius Moldbug, who is Curtis Yarvin. This is real shit that they fucking believe in. Peter Thiel, fucking Mark Andreessen. Oh my God.
Right, and so what's exciting about this is it makes it available to everybody to participate, to compete. Big companies, mid-sized companies, small companies, but General Gutlein is the perfect person again to sort all that out because he understands how it has to work together ultimately.
And Pete, maybe we'll close with you. We have been discussing this for a long time. Peter and I used
He does hide his hand. There's something wrong with his right hand. He hides it away like Hitler used to hide his hand because he had early, like, Parkinson's and his hand was shaking all the time.
to discuss it when I was going to go on a show that he did very well and had tremendous ratings, but all he wanted to talk about was the military. He didn't want to talk about anything else. We used to talk about this. How about you closing it out?
Yes, sir. I mean, like I said, without your vision, willing to say and do things when other people wanted to look away and pretend like the threat didn't exist, or be focused on foreign adventurism and some other threat that we've been told is affecting us. When you looked at the data, sir, from Russia to the Communist Chinese and other, and their capabilities, what they're trying to do to supersede us and threaten us, how do we find the best innovators, the best military leaders, the best companies, tech companies? You mentioned open architecture. That's exactly right. So multiple companies can pour into this, sir. It's a layered.
That's literally what I just said. Multiple companies can pour into this. Each one is going to get their own layer. This is literally a way. Oh my God, this is so fucked. This is so fucked.
Advance, so if you miss at one, you catch at the next. And it integrates existing technologies that can speak to each other, so it moves quickly, while
It's
also
all going to be done by
investing in-
AI. None of this is going to be operated by people. Nobody's going to be getting these jobs. It's, oh my God, this is so fucked. All this is, by the way, just so you know, expect tomorrow, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, all of these military companies that they said, like any of their names, all of their stock margins are going to boom. And do not think that any of these motherfuckers didn't invest in them earlier. That is exactly what insider trading is, and they all fucking did it, and I guarantee you even a couple of fucking Democrats, including Nancy Pelosi, fucking did it.
Further ranging space-based interceptors. So our enemies, our adversaries are going to pay a lot of attention to this, just like they have to President Trump from day one. So you're defending the homeland, defending the American people.
I love you, man.
It's going to benefit my kids, grandkids, all of ours in this room. So thank you for your leadership. We're going
Thank
to
you
charge
very
it as
much.
fast as we can.
Very good. Great job, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, dude, he's been hiding his right hand the entire time. And then he even brought his hand down.
Be involved in this. Elon Musk be a part of this, Mr. President. Thank you, press.
No cuts. No cuts to Medicaid.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
No cuts to Medicaid.
There are cuts to Medicaid, Grandpa, but also just note the entire time
Remember the day in your first term
he
when you
hid
called
his right hand.
Everybody that positive, nobody else has it.
the president that would come up
Potentially.
State. And there's
The entire
big
time.
companies, mid-sized.
At the next, and it integrates.
All right. Listen, if you're watching this live, you stay. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, thank you for watching. Crazy Grandpa wants Golden Dome. There's a nuke flying around space, a Russian nuke. What else? The Russians are lining up their military in the borders of Finland and Norway. Trump wants every single military company in the United States to participate in creating a Golden Dome. And yeah, that's it. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and watch that video right over there. Click it right now. I promise you, it's fucking gas. Catch you later. Jesus Christ, dudes. 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 That's the craziest shit. Should we read some of the comments? About time we protect our homeland. Yeah, thank you, President. I like Trump. I used to be close-minded Trump hater. LOL. Bless USA and Canada, CA. We are brothers. The amount of stuff that this guy's got done is going down in history. Thank you so much from Canada. Trump 100%. Nice to have a president who's actually doing something. Put up with the BS for 4 years. Horrible, horrible Dems. Love President Trump! What a great idea to protect the nation we all love as a patriot. Good luck! God bless America. Thank you, Trump, Pete, General, Admin, and Fox for covering this. This is the most important thing for us. Awesome! I can't believe we don't have it already. Benjamin says in my chat, oh my God, I just went from reading the comments to reading my chat. We're so fucking cooked. Benjamin says, Chris, Get educated. Trump's the best president we have had in years. Oh my God, Ben, please tell me you're trolling. Please tell me you're trying to make me laugh. Please. Please. He's the best president. He's the best president. Don't tread on me! He's the best president. Oh, no. No, bro. No. What's there to troll? Trump getting wokey likes you out of here. So Benjamin, you want me what? You want me deported? I was born in New York. You want me deported, Ben? You want me out of here, Ben? You want to get rid of me? Ben, you want to get rid of me, Ben? Come on, Ben. 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 Where do you want to send me, Ben? Ben. Can't tell you. Can tell you take HRT? What? Dude, are you okay? How did we go from deporting me to... I could tell you... Does your brain go like this? Does it go... Immigrant! Deport! Trans Jews! Is that how your brain fucking works? Oh, no. Just look at you. Of course you hate Trump. Uh-huh. Yeah, bro. Hundo P. Oh, good God. Oh, thummy time. Time for a thummy. This is the craziest shit ever, dude. I can't believe this is not a thumbnail that I'm making. Before I save this, look at this. I can't believe I'm not making this. I didn't make this thumbnail. This is just a real picture. These are real pictures. I think this is the better one, right? Holy fuck. All right, this is episode 128. We're going to do it about... Because we're not going to post that whole thing, considering we already have the live up. Maybe I will. Episode 128, and it's going to be... Yeah, we will. Because I want to make two. I want to cover the whole thing. I'm going to post that whole thing. And then I want Trump when he said there's nukes in space. Commie Chris, brother, I ain't no communist. I'm a socialist. I want Trump saying there's nukes in space. We're going to do that one too. That's going to be episode 129. Okay, we got those. You Shulfda made your YouTube account name Commie Chris. Suits you better. Good one, dude. Nice. Nice. That was a good one. I'll give him that. It was a good one. Debate Nick Fuentes? Wait, real quick. Are you a Nazi? Tanner, are you a Nazi? Straight up, easy question. Jack, you got that hammer? A Booker. Hell yeah, brother. Trump. Hell yeah, brother. Tanner, where you at? Come on. You a Nazi, Tanner? He ain't saying nothing now. Tyler Dill Chatter says, come out ye black and trans. Or tans. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Black and tans. Is that the fascists? I'm assuming it is. J.D. Dubois. One time Chris would debate anyone is during a presidential debate. I like that, but even then, debates are fucking stupid. Come out and fight me like a man. Where'd Tanner go? I thought it'd be interesting if you did, that's all. Tanner, you're incapable of answering the easiest question in human history. Are you a Nazi? Yes or no? I'll help you by answering first. No, I'm not a Nazi. Your turn. No? Okay. You promise, Tanner? You promise you're not a Nazi? Nick Fuentes ain't even a Trump supporter. He's a lib. He is definitely not a liberal. But no, you're right. Nick Fuentes is not a Trump supporter. He is a Nazi, though, and he did vote for Trump. Considering that he wants you to debate his God King Nick Fuentes, he's probably a proud Nazi. Yeah, that's usually what you see. I just like watching debates. Yeah, but why'd you say Nick Fuentes? Is Nick Fuentes somebody you look up to, Tanner? Why you call MAGA cult? Explain how we are. Because there's absolutely nothing that Trump can do that will make you criticize him. And the fact that you haven't abandoned him yet means that there is no line that he can draw in the sand for you. I genuinely believe that. I'm staying loyal to Trump, our president. Yep. Told ya. Anyway, Tanner. I asked you a question, Tanner. Do you look up to Nick Fuentes? Tanner. No American politician has ever been praised the way that Trump has been praised. It's been close, a little kind of close with Reagan, but he was more mythologized like after his presidency. No, I don't look up to Nick Fuentes. Okay. Copy that, brother. Copy that. All right, so that's going to be one video. And now the second one is this. We're going to do...
In terms of technology, far advanced from that system.
And just one follow-up on the adversaries. Have you addressed Russia's ventures in space with a space-based nuclear weapon and told Putin to stop in your conversation?
Okay, so what the fuck? Reports suggest that Russia has been developing space-based nuclear anti-satellite weapon, raising international concerns. When the fuck is this from? Yo, Chris, I don't know why you Americans are so divided over politics. Us Albanians, we are together. It doesn't matter what political view you have. Also, Albanians live together, either Muslim or Christian, be together. Brother, what's the population of Albania? Brother, you have 2.7 million people in your nation. No shit, it's easy for everybody to kind of get along. And also, Albanians do not always get along. We have fucking 360 million people here. From all different ethnicities and cultures and religions. And what's the size of Albania? You're the size of Maryland. Brother, you're the size of Maryland. You're the size of one of our states. And we have 50. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Ronaldo, what the fuck? I loved that. I understand, I'm not trying to insult America. I'm just saying be proud Americans. I'm not taking what you're saying as an insult. I'm telling you that this is a problem America has had since its inception. I mean, for fuck's sake, we had a civil war over this. Our country split in half. The southern half seceded. They said, fuck you, we're starting our own nation. It is not easy to do what you're saying when you have a nation the size of ours and a history as small as ours. We are babies on the world stage. All right, Russian military on border of Finland and Norway. Satellite images show Russian military buildup near Finland. Oh my god. Near the border with Finland, early stage of a long-term buildup. The construction follows Russia's announcement that it will grow its military and create new units in response to Finland and Sweden joining NATO after Moscow's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Oh, Jesus Christ. The base lies about 100 miles from the borders of Finland and Norway. Holy shit. This is their first appearance at this base in 20 years. What the fuck is going on in the chat right now? Guys, what the fuck? Can you guys stop fucking fighting in my chat? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like a whole bunch of fucking children. Benjamin's trying to fight Jack. Just fucking put him in the corner, Jack. You're a mod. Holy fuck, Jack. Chill. Oh, god damn. I gotta put Jack in the corner now. Jack, I'm putting you in the corner for 60 seconds because I have to be fair. I have to be fair. I'm having fun, Chris. I know you're having fun. But, you know, all is fair in love and war. You know what I'm saying? All is fair in love and war, dog. All is fair in love and war. Jack's going in the corner for 10 seconds. Benjamin is going in the corner for... Hey, Ben, you think you're getting out of this easy, bitch boy? You ain't getting out of this easy. You're going in the corner for 10 seconds? You fucking bitches. I'm the king. I'm the fucking king. Now, when you guys are able to talk, I want you to kiss and make up. Okay? I want both of you to say, moi. M-W-A-H. Mwah. Okay? Right the fuck now. This feels like communism. You give him a kiss right now, Benjamin. You give him a kiss right on his lips. You kiss him. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. He did it. He did it. Thank you, Ben. Fuck yeah, Ben. Hell yeah. All right. All right. Like I do to your mother. All right. Enough. Enough. I'm losing frames. Why am I losing frames? It's because I've been live for so long, I think. Huh. You know what? I'll do Thummy and I'll make the video... Oh, wait. Did I get my frames back? What if I swapped to a different... Whoo. And then what if I went... He. And I keep my hands moving. And then what if I hit it with a little bit of... He. Who. We still got frames. 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 Hell yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. I'm going to start recording now. Hey there! Welcome to the Valenti VOD. I'm your perfect and humble leader, Chris Valenti. I'm losing so many frames that I'm going to end the recording. How about that? We good? That was bad. That was bad. That mic is atrocious. No, this mic is expensive. I got an idea. Give it a second. Losing frames. Losing frames. It's definitely an internet issue. I know. Please sharten the mic some more. On God, that sounded heavenly. Ronaldo, what the fuck? Okay, listen, I know the problem. I have a new Ethernet cord coming in. This Ethernet cord is a piece of shit. I got a new one coming in. Anyway, I'm going to do the thummies later. William. What's up, Will? How you doing, brother? What are we going to talk about now? Well, now I'm going to end the fucking stream, and I'm going to make thumbnails. You guys want to see Luigi and Beans real quick? She's charging. Hedgehog just sent one Valenti Videos membership out there. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Denki Kaminari. Received a membership. Congratulations. Anyway. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all that shit, all right? I'm out of here.